The Babe Ruth, we talked about this one before. It's the calling out someone who's going to die, like basically marking for death. And then the roll for it. So this was some testing last night.
What
to determine,
the hell is that?
I took some fun.
What is
basically, every time your team collects a power rune, so be it the deity, Invis, Illusion, from the river, you earn a roll in all chat. So you can type /roll to attempt. And if you roll from 50 to 99, you gain 100 moonbucks. If you roll from 2 to 49, you lose 100 moonbucks.
What?
But if you roll 100, you get 1,500 moonbucks.
Whoa!
But if you roll a 1, you lose half of your moonbucks.
What the hell have you done, Trent? This is great. You didn't ask anyone about this.
I know.
What do you mean you know?
I just put it in there. So
I love it. I love it.
This is what Midas mode is all about. Talent going wrong, being like, no, fuck you guys. You're all idiots. I am putting this in here.
I have
decided.
Everyone loses all moonbucks, maybe. Put it in. Oh, my God.
They just want to roll. I know what they want.
Look at the auction, ladies and
Dude,
gentlemen.
yeah, I like it.
That is
Ooh.
10 versus 11. What a snipe.
Oh.
The
Grant.
meta has evolved.
That's why they're TI champions.
Yep.
Indeed.
That right there. Reading the situation.
So Zeus Disruptor, some global, some AoE, nice team fight there, and Stunners stay safe. They just grab the Juggernaut. Very vanilla.
Yeah, but very good, though. I mean, Juggernaut can be one of those transitional carries that can carry your ass in early, mid, and potentially late game if he gets far enough ahead. And pretty nice value pick for the kind of money that we're seeing here. Really mid, like kind of lower mid hero.
Yeah, he's like, AM is like sometimes a lot better than Jug, and he's also cheaper, but you can't pick him up this early.
That's right.
So it's like out of those other like agi cores up there, I like the Jug choice.
Yeah, I mean, it goes through Glimpse, and it forces the Zeus to go Yules. Like, you just have to go Yules versus the Juggernaut so you can get out of that ulti. It's super annoying.
5 seconds.
And it's with the Lich. You just run at people. Simple.
Very fun lane.
Yeah.
A lot of money spent on that Keeper of the Light band there from the Sadim Stunners. Makes sense to me.
Isn't that like the Ake Classic?
Yeah, so
Right.
makes sense to get that bad boy out of there, and he has been pretty devilish in this game mode right now. I'm surprised why not too picked up in pro games, though. Am I right? Is he?
He's starting to show up. He's like popping
he?
off in pubs right now and everything.
I
The
see.
buffs.
So we're going to see Dazzle banned out by the Stunners. Again, a powerful hero that we've seen a few times, although we have seen a lot of Axe. So getting that, guy banned out, maybe that's going to show us the Stunners are thinking about that Axe. I know potentially yesterday Bambo kicked the shit out of me personally with it. So
Hey, you got him in the first half.
yeah, I got him. It was fun.
Yeah.
There was a lot of that in that team.
There's potential. I think if there's a chance that it's a core Dazzle, it's not just the Axe counter against Grave, it's the tempo that core Dazzle can play at. Not nearly as good as the Wisp, but the same kind of thing. It's about what it allows you to do early and take over the game.
Honestly, I love that matchup just in general for Dota balance, Axe versus Dazzle. Because in the laning phase,
Yes.
he is your counter.
Yeah.
Like, you get close to creeps, he heals them, he does massive damage.
Yeah.
And then late game, Axe flips it. It's so fun. Thank you, Ice Frog. Good times.
Thank you, Ice Frog, for being you.
If you guys didn't have TI3 Alliance, who would you have kicked off the Stunners to put Bulldog on it? Who was first on the chopping block?
We actually don't have to answer that question. The original Sadim Stunners was grabbed long before TI3 Alliance was. It was actually the only team that did not leave us after the Valve qualifier thing.
Yeah.
And
well,
it
thank
was
you.
Sexy Bambo was not on the team. It was Bulldog on the team, and they switched to Alliance. So thank you, Bambo,
10
for coming
seconds
through.
remaining.
You were last on the list. Thank you.
But now you're here, showing
But
up.
here you are.
This is your time. TI10, baby. Gothenburg or wherever the
Fun
hell it
fact,
is.
though, to say a lot of stuff about him,
Stockholm.
almost everybody
Whatever.
on the Stunners said we should get Bambo immediately when they were
True.
thinking about who to get. So
He's
And
a
Bambo's
fun guy.
he's vocal in the Discord. He's always discussing the bounties.
Yep.
He's very into this. So
we have a 1 Moonbuck ban on Clinks.
I mean, that's like the anti-value ban. Most of the others, it's a quarter, but you can only do half of 2. They paid extra for
My
that.
God, they're so dumb. They wasted so much money.
The value. Grant.
Theoretical value. of
He's
this
so
ban.
bad that you don't even want to pick him for 2 moonbucks.
Why would you ban him
That's
for
the
1?
shocking thing.
His ban should be free, right? Are we rounding down here? What's going on, Matt?
Naha's having a conniption at home. This is nonsensical,
What have they done to my boy?
my boy.
I like Doom. Anybody else like Doom? I'm a big fan.
Do you like Doom in the hero sense, or
Or just general doom.
I just think he
Doom and Gloom?
really just general. That's
Malice, that kind of stuff.
I bet you were a goth kid in high school.
Middle school.
Middle school?
Middle
By high school, I started playing World of Warcraft, and I got way cooler.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing not cool about being a goth kid. I like the goth kids.
Yeah, it was real cool. I wore 2 belts. Neither of them held up my pants.
Hell
They
yeah.
were just there.
You shop at Hot Topic?
Fuck yeah, dude. Where else are you going to buy goth gear in middle school? I didn't have the internet back then.
Hell, those were the days, man.
Hell yeah. Walk into Hot Topic. Every shirt's $25. You've got 30, and you're trying to figure out how to min-max that with 3 black bracelets. Oh, those were the days. Those were the days.
I went to Old Navy.
There's way too much memory of
I just went to Old Navy for the cheap blue jeans. Then you could get 4 shirts for $7. It was hype.
Hell no, dude.
I found out later. I found out in my life that I thought I was friends with the goth kids. I would sit at their table. I had this thing where I always wore Hawaiian shirts in middle school, and I would just be really loud and talk a lot, and nobody wanted to hang out with me but the goth kids. But I found out later it wasn't that they wanted to hang out with me; it was that they had to maintain their coolness. So they would just sulk at the table, and I'd be like, "Hey guys, it's so good to see you," and they just dealt with it. Without,
They
you
look
know.
cool.
Do you guys remember
Wow.
those like anime style shirts with the dragons on them that everyone had too?
Oh yeah.
Kind of like the young man's Hawaiian shirt. Oh my god,
Yes.
those were so popular when I was in middle school.
Indeed.
I was like, I didn't have any, but and even though I thought they were dumb, you're still kind of jealous because you don't have any, and you're like, oh man, everyone's got these cool dragon shirts but me.
Yeah. I grew up at the right
I was
time, though.
depressed.
Well, I was gonna say, I wore Velcro shoes in the 7th grade. And I don't know why. I thought they looked cool, and then I got mercilessly.
I agree with you. I didn't wear shoes with laces till I was almost in college. I mean, they're just more efficient.
You know,
Why tie them when you could just secure them?
while we're admitting things like this, I didn't wear blue jeans until I was 16 years old. I only wore pants that you could pull up without zippers because I thought it was more efficient.
That's just weird.
Real truth coming out here, guys.
We're goddamn innovators.
This is what it takes to become Dota Town. You have to be completely dysfunctional in high school.
I was jealous of the ankle socks, and my parents didn't buy me any. I only had like the long sports socks that came up to here, so I would fold mine down to look like ankle socks, but clearly they weren't ankle
God.
socks.
What's wrong
It's
with
all really depressing.
I fucking hate ankle socks. I was dating some chick one time, and she would only let me wear the ankle socks, and I wear these goddamn socks every day now. My fucking calves were so cold. In Colorado, it was so cold. I'd be walking around in the snow.
Why was your girlfriend controlling what kind of socks you had to
I don't
wear?
know.
Why
I
was
hate that bitch. Anyway, back to the
Have
draft.
they picked more here?
They picked Bat Rider.
We got Tusk and the Bat Rider coming out on the Sadim Stunners, using that gold advantage, as you can see from the beginning of the game, and they're going to be banning out Huskar. However,
Yep.
TI3 Alliance, they have got some value heroes, mid-tier, kind of high, low tier, and still looks like a pretty great global draft to me.
It does.
Yeah.
Excellent. Lots of vision for the Disruptor to work off of between the Haunt as well as the Thunder
Yep.
from Zeus. Pretty scary. They just need a sort of mobile.
5 seconds.
I think it's going to be like a mobile mid, right? Who can kind of capitalize on the actual vision
Whoa.
that they get. And
It has. I mean, they have like no lane is the problem. Disruptor, Doom, Spectre, Zeus. Like you're feeling pretty bad in these lanes.
Is there a final pick that ties it all together here, Grant?
I mean, where are we at with Ember TA at this point? I mean, I know he's 526, but it perfectly puts them at 1,000 Moonducks, which kind of makes it tempting.
That is nice.
It really does.
You know, just for that nice round number.
Feel like
But that
Alliance
matchup I hear
they
back
need
and
more
forth.
catch. Right now, you have
Yeah.
this Disruptor who you're like all in to try to glimpse kinetic field somebody. Like they need a good gotcha. They need a Bat Rider or a Kunkka of their own.
A lot of the like gotcha catch heroes are bad versus TA though. Although
Yeah.
I've heard both sides of the Ember argument, so
How much is
I don't
Ember
even
right
know who
now?
to believe right now.
Five-
Oh, there it is.
526.
Okay, that was the number you threw out. I kind of like the Ember. Anybody got a better suggestion?
What if they? Again, like the mobility is what you want. You don't want to just go like Viper or something and try and be off.
Yeah, I think Ember
All
or Pango,
cheeky.
but I don't know how much they play Pango. If this was J-Storm, I think they'd pick it like immediately. But if you don't have that Pango player, maybe not.
I don't know. I always consider TA your rock, paper, scissors hero, right? You need somebody to have that like area of effect dot tick damage to get rid of that shield if you have any hope in the early game. Doom, of course, does have that. Radiance on Spectre will have that later, but I'd like to see something that has a little bit of that DLT damage, you know?
I mean, we got DPs. Like she's still in there.
Yeah.
She's kind of cheap. She's 111.
Not too shabby.
How good are you at rock, paper, scissors? All of you.
I'm fucking great. You want to go? I always win a 2 out of 3 because of my
All right.
sleep.
All right. Is it rock, paper, go or rock,
paper, scissors, shoot?
go? Okay.
Are you a shooter?
I'm a
Okay.
shoot. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh.
Whoa, that's a delay of game.
No,
but I like
no,
that.
That was
I
a
did it.
1.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Fuck!
No!
God damn it!
But you always
And
win.
The hell! Oh, no, my
Trophy
hat!
goes.
No!
I love being rich.
Mr. Peanut!
They're really taking their time, though.
Well, this is the biggest decision of Midas mode.
My God.
My God.
My God.
There's
even
Sadim.
He's done it again.
He's taken over.
You son of,
It's-
we can't see anything.
There
Oh,
we
my
go.
God.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we're going to have to get that PC checked out.
Oh,
I
it's
think.
TI3 Alliance. They can have S4 play puck.
Rest in peace.
Oh, they're almost out of time.
Wherever you are, S4.
20 seconds.
Are they randoming the last
We
hero?
missed
That'd
you.
be dope.
Vayos con Dios. S4.
Whoa! Okay.
Hey!
Anchor.
Take ourselves a tinker. So there's a little bit of annoying damage for a 10-player assassin to play around. We got the blind
They're
too.
clear global, too.
It's all
Zeus,
global.
Spectre, Tinker. I like Tinker versus TA. It's not like the greatest lane, but every laser is pretty much 2 CS. Like a deny, a last hit, you should always
Yep.
get that.
Jeez,
you
I don't
just
know.
die.
I don't know, gang. I kind of like the stunners a bit better.
Kinda? What do you mean kinda? It's freaking great.
Okay, I'm still worried about the well, you were hyping up the global presence, and it's cool, but there's no catch, there's no lockdown. I mean, if they fall behind, like Disruptor is the ultimate win more hero, right? You're ahead, he looks unbelievable. They try to run away from you, you catch him. If you're behind, Disruptor sucks.
The problem with its draft on TI3 Alliance is what do you do when they're running at you? I think as you alluded to. And Tusk is a great run-at-you hero.
Oh,
Matt
yeah.
Ryder is the best run-at-you hero.
Their like early Roche taking and then taking high ground isn't even that bad. I mean, it's not great. Obviously, they have very good high ground defense on the side of the Dire, but if they make one mistake, they don't really have a lot of cooldowns they're playing around with on the Radiant side, whereas the Dire, it's like all cooldowns.
Yep.
So
Now, I do
would
have...
take the stunners.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we are. I do have an update. It looks like Creep Takeover has been purchased.
Yes?
Oh.
Now, Reginald, when you have a moment, if you could tell me which way they go. I don't know which side the creeps will be on, but I believe they are evil creeps
Evil Creep.
that will be added into this game.
The good ones.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I actually think evil creeps are not as effective as the good creeps.
I agree.
Let's not forget the good
which
creeps
team?
last for the entire game. And evil creeps only, they go
5,
for a little
10,
bit. I
yeah.
think it's like 10 minutes that they stick around. And
Yep.
what evil do they really do?
Yeah, it's
So-
true. And it sounds like Alliance is the one who bought the evil creep for the stunners. So if you wanted to ruin one person's game, how would you do it, Trent? There's
The body
4
block.
of them.
The body block was amazing.
Okay.
That was the best thing. And no, there's going to be 8, I believe, because
Is
they
it-
only
they-
only
Yes,
one
all of
team
them?
8
Okay.
purchased.
evil
It's 8?
creeps.
Yeah.
That's right.
The
So that's
stunners
hype
didn't
as hell.
Yeah, that's a very easy body block. You should be swarming, looking to body block.
Yep.
Denying bounties is pretty
Yep.
big. That's a big one. Denying runes in general.
You should
camp
be
those power
blocking the
runes.
ancient camp from the TA.
That's a good one.
Someone's job, if you want to be a real,
real evil
solid
boy.
evil creep, you
Hey,
just block
creep!
the ancients.
Block the ancients.
And now they know.
Now they know.
It's
On TA.
Okay, it looks like...
Oh, we got some practice rolls happening here. That's a 1. Oh my God! It's a good thing he didn't do that in the game.
Oh, no, that would have been the end of us.
That would have been half his moonbuck.
Oh, Jesus, don't roll.
Be
no
careful.
one approved this.
Isn't this rolling bounty a little close to the bomb from last year?
No,
They choose.
They choose.
Yeah, it's their choice.
They don't have to roll. They can pick up the rune.
Well,
and
it
not
was
have to
also
roll.
their choice to random in Midas Mode 1, and they still got the bomb, so...
It was their choice, Some kids just want to play Russian roulette.
Do you
That
really
would
think
happen.
anyone's going to roll a 1 or a 1?
No, there's no way.
The odds of
Okay.
that.
It's like
a 1 in 100
0%.
The odds of that, I don't know them, but it's real bad.
Closer to a 1% chance there, gang. I guess...
You're more likely to win the lottery than to roll a
roll
1,
a
I would guess.
No, but I think Alliance, a Spectre and a Tinker, that's just so greedy.
Yeah.
But I'm giving him the W, baby.
Hey!
They've won a TI, Bambo, he has not, but he's a great boy, but he loses.
Here's what I think. I think the Stunners are going to win this game, but I think Alliance is thinking about the long haul.
Yes.
They're thinking about the 5 games. They're thinking about how the economy is going to change. They just picked some trash heroes. They're going to be a little more expensive, and they're going to wait it out. They're like, look, these guys are one-trick pony matchmaker gamers. Wagner just took his TA on the first game of a best-of-5. Do you think they're going to be able to afford that thing again?
No.
I don't think so.
The economy shoots it up now.
Yeah.
It is hard mode. So that TA might, I think you're right.
They're thinking.
Gonna
They're
go
just
super
dogging the
fast.
first
Sacking this
game.
game.
They're going to get as many bounties as possible. Then they're going to get good drafts. It is a best of 5. They do have the
Yep.
ability. I'm with you,
Yeah,
Trent.
they're geniuses.
I'm with you.
Okay, so is this
But who do you
four,
think for the
four
game?
votes for the Stunners? Yeah,
No,
we
no.
need predictions
Whoa,
for
whoa.
game.
No, he won Alliance.
Alliance.
Okay, one
And
for
do
Alliance.
we have the talent leaderboard of how well everyone's
Okay.
Actually,
doing?
yeah, production, if we do have this
And
talent
let's
leaderboard.
see. I'm curious. Oh, indubitably. I see.
Okay,
Have
Betway
fun on your
betters.
losses, dumbasses.
God damn, Grant's just a winner.
Yeah, whatever. He comes out on the easy panels. I know how it is.
What about this one?
Exactly.
We'll see if it holds up. So, all right, Grant for TI3 Alliance.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Sadim.
Stunners.
Stunners.
I'm
Dude,
going to
I
have
love
to
the
go.
Sadim Stunners.
I'm going to have
They're
to go
they're my
Stunners.
team.
All right, Grant, we'll see. If you get this one, you are locked in as the smartest man on the leaderboard.
Thank
True.
you.
You'll have 2 hats.
Oh.
Yeah. That got applaud.
Slack,
I love hats.
We are also going to need to find a prize for the winner of the leaderboard.
The prize
Got some
is
fruit.
you actually get paid for working the event.
Oh!
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Where's the rest of the money going, Slacks?
right here.
It got stolen! Don't steal our money!
Oh my God, he's in the account.
He's in the vault!
Not my
Empty.
PayPal!
No, no.
My Bitcoins!
Please!
Malware bites for your entire
My
home!
skin coin!
Oh, wait, they found something. Viruses detected. We've got
No.
malware.
Help.
0, please!
Oh, he's here again.
How does he always show up when we need him?
The viruses stand no chance.
Kick his ass.
He is the cure to the plague. We are clear to go. Game 1 now.
Yes, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the grand finals of the European region here at the Betway Midas Mode 2. I'm ODPixel here with Kyle, and we're about to see Steam Stunners go up against TI3 Alliance. The drafts are in, Kyle. What do we reckon?
I reckon that, is it possible for the entire panel to be wrong?
It could be.
I don't think so. I think they had different.
Oh, no, they,
selected,
yeah.
But
But they're all wrong, regardless.
you got to give a slight edge, I think, to the Tinker Spectre Zeus lineup. I
I'd
think
say
got-
it seems a pretty scary combo, really. As long as
Yeah.
sort of Chessie gets a good start, doesn't get sort of dumpstered in the lane, this Tinker going around the map, making plays with both the Zeus and Spectre globally. I mean, how do you sort of prepare for that as
You
the
can't.
Stunners?
It's the perfect draft for a Midas mode, right? It's that right combination of pretty broken mechanics combined with memes. So in theory, if you get to a point, everyone can just press buttons.
Sure.
Everyone else will die.
On the other side, though, it is a Tinker, and this sort of, in terms of general Dota 2, is a hero that no one really plays, right? Well, what's wrong with the hero? Why do so many people just stray away from Tinker? But I feel like I've not seen it in a long time.
I think that the emphasis on killing towers, that's become more prominent in the meta. Players are looking to accelerate faster, and if Tinker loses like 2 or 3 tier 1s by the 10-15 minute mark, you don't really have that same map control. I think Tinker killers are also just in the meta. Everybody buys BKB early as well. It's all kind of boring. Who wants to pick Tinker? What kind of tryhard would pick Tinker? Oh, sorry. Chessie's actually playing Tinker. Which isn't to say trying hard is a bad
No,
thing.
you know,
just
it's
did
not
be
like
picked up by
Chessie's also
nothing.
been playing Naga Sirens, Broodmothers, no, he's just having a bit of fun, but we'll see. We'll see if fun will prevail or the tryhard will win the game. Let's see, Chessie Tinker in the action as Sadim Stunners versus TI3 Alliance, best of 5, as we are ready to go. Already the smoke up from the Stunners, looking to make those early plays. They've got very, very good level 1 fighting capability. Let's see who they can find. EGM on the high ground will dispel the smoke. He's got to run. Ward's down. Got the vision, see if they can get the catch. Sing's got the shards ready. If he can get the perfect position, and he can. Sing with the setup, closes down, slows there from Sin's Lich, and with the damage from the Blade Fury, it's an easy first blood, and a first blood to go towards Wagger on the mid TA.
A 5-man smoke. What a way to start it off, Owen.
I mean,
Who got the first blood?
Wagger.
Of course he
So
did.
it's going towards that mid lane. It's going to give that a bit of a bump up in that matchup against Chessie's Tinker. We'll see. Already they're sticking around. Down here's the Stunners. Just in case any of Alliance dare come over. Bulldog in the neighborhood. He's going to see the 3 of them. He's thinking about trying to walk in, but when there's the 3 heroes here, it's just a little too much for him to deal with. So he's going to have to back off and concede that rune. And across the map, Alliance will be able to grab the 2 top runes themselves. So 2 for 2. As we'll start to see the lanes take shape. I mean, do you feel anyone's going to be pressured heavily in this laning stage, looking at these matchups we have?
I think bottom could be difficult. You got to support Zeus with boots first. A Bulldog Doom that is not a Prophet nor a Lone Druid. And he's going to be up against a Lich Jug with a Tusk MIA. Oh, just kidding, he TP'd out.
Yeah, Sing Sing actually looking to head up towards the top lane and join forces with the bat. Maybe make something happen there, bottom. Bit of a harass onto Bulldog. Cork will come in, but still at that level 1. A lot of HP on the Doom, so just between the two of them. Bit of a tricky kill as Bulldog's just going to have to deal with Sin, causing issues. EGM's going to look for the pull behind the tower, grabbing the creeps out.
Gareth is here, right? Because this is very important. I want to make sure he watches this. The Zeus pulling the creep wave, recognizing this lane is difficult. So we're just not going to participate in it. Instead, we will play creep farming behind our tower.
And this is going to give EGM that easy wave setup as we'll look to drag it back once further. Top lane. And how much pressure can we expect to see the bat put onto a Spectre? Is Loda going to have any trouble farming in this lane?
I think it's very bat favored, but he has to be with his Tusk nearly all times. It's a snowball lane. If you get a kill or two, all of a sudden the bat, you can't even lane against him. But if you can just stall, Loda can just try and CS. He's got full stick. As you can see, he's already CSing with Dagger. It's what you want to do against the Bat Rider, as you almost always have full mana thanks to the Antlion magic stick.
And the mid lane matchup, 7 for 5 for Wagger, 4 for 3 on Chessie's Tinker, so Wagger getting a slight lead up here, despite the use of the laser to try and disrupt some of the CS of the TA. Wagger doing very well in the matchup at the moment. And Chessie, of course, will have that fallback mechanism of adding into the jungle as the Tinker, but the same to be said for Wagger. Obviously, we are going to see how disruptive the creep takeovers will be. Those 8 creeps going to be on the side of the stunners, but not looking to help them, looking to hinder their progress. And as mentioned on the panel, we can certainly expect to see camps being blocked by the creeps when they do come out. Mid lane EGM is coming round with the wraparound, seeing if he could do something to set up onto the TA. Wagger is going to be the focus, backing underneath the tower. Have they got enough nuke damage? Fairy Fire's popped. Wagger gets himself into the trees and will survive. He'll be fine. EGM not quite enough fire in the tank, even with that arcane rune to take down the TA.
He almost died to the tower there. One more hit and he would have been done in. Top lane is the one I'm really trying to watch, but so far Loda's done a pretty good job. Not CSing excellently. Neither hero is in this lane. It's so competitive, but he's getting full XP, and that's important.
Meanwhile, on the other half of the map, Gorg's Jug off to a beautiful start, free farm. As we've seen, they've just got to go for the pull-throughs, and Cinder's constantly stayed on track of Bulldog, making sure that even with these pull-throughs, Bulldog takes quite a bit of a punch from the old Lich.
That's TMI.
As Cinder's, he's having a great time. He's thoroughly enjoying this experience. Bulldog, not quite as much. As Sin certainly doing the job, getting the space for Gorg, making this bottom lane an absolute dream for the Juggernaut. 22 and 11 before the 4-minute mark. Gorg is not missing a creep.
Yeah, but so far, man, it's kind of insane how far ahead the Scream stack is. Specifically this mid lane. 21-9 versus 13-3. Waga putting in the work on his signature TA. And Gorg, as you said, obviously just having a great time. Bulldog not so much, but he'll recover over time.
On the top lane, Bambo and Sing. See if they can do much. They are going to start to poke at Loda, but as you mentioned with the stick, Loda constantly sort of having the HP to not worry too much about being gone upon, an Ake is there by his side. Not necessarily the best sort of support to have by your side in that duo lane, but a support nonetheless that can work to try and peel off the heroes anytime they do go for an aggressive attempt onto the Spectre. As bottom, Bulldog trying to harass back Cinder in a little bit. Each and every time, Gorg will be there. I'm going to look to try and chase down a bit with the shield, and Bulldog immediately TPing back towards the fountain. Will live, but it is, again, more time where Bulldog is out of the lane and will not have the chance to find anything from him.
Tons of moves made up top. Loda barely survives with just 40 HP. Both the Tusk and the Batter need to shrine ASAP.
He might just get the kill. He does, Ake. The Thunder Strike will do it. He's able to get in, get the kill, and that is 4 bounty runes going the way of TI3 Alliance.
Oh, not bad at all. A little bit behind in the lanes, but bounty runes can be a blessing. And are we surprised that Admiral Bulldog's team places an emphasis on these runes?
He has trained them well. Knows what sort of sacrifices are worth to take to get those runes for the team. And as we see Wagger going for the bounties, we have seen all tournament the Stunners be very, very good at fulfilling multiple bounties every single game. And this one is not going to be any exception. Very important to get those Moonbucks high and get the game one of the finals. Top lane, Sing Sing and Bambo now with the level 4. The opportunity's there. They get on top of Loda. Ake is not by his side as Loda will fall. Cinderin and Bulldog back to the usual. Bulldog trying his best to pull the creep. Cinderin doing his best to slow him down. Gorg sticking to the lane as it really does continue this sort of free farm for Gorg and Wagger. This time Sin bringing Bulldog pretty low, in fact. Bulldog should be fine with EGM by his side. But each and every time he comes into the lane and even trying to make those pulls to avoid having to play the laning stage, he takes so much damage on the Doom.
It really does. And meanwhile, Waga's putting a ton of pressure onto this mid tower. Kept his catapult alive for some time. Even aggro glyphed. Chessie's taking a lot of
he
pressure.
managed to get in and get the kill.
Only level 5.
I mean, that looked like Bulldog should have got away, but Gorg, he stuck around, and so did Bulldog. I mean, it is nice, yes. Gorg hasn't missed a creep. He may have missed a couple for that kill, but certainly worth it, as Gorg's game continues to have such a fantastic start. Bottom, EGM, he's heading up to the high ground, does have the shrine there, and Bulldog TPing across, as well as Chessie in the neighborhood, so now they can look to try and turn a little bit onto Sind. He has the shield slowing Bulldog a little bit. Bulldog trying to get on top so he can slam down the Infernal Blade, but looks like Sind has the movement speed. Yeah. Lightning Bolt won't reach him.
I can confirm Bulldog is 13 move speed slower. He will not catch Cinderin.
I mean, Sind knows, yeah. it's just wasted time for Bulldog. Only level 3 at the moment, and now Gorg's here. Bulldog, he's in trouble. Gorg's come across to look for another kill onto the Doom. He claims that this is space creating, but he's given away a lot each and every time to the Stunners. As Bulldog goes down, more money for Gorg. As the Stunners, 2K lead before the 8-minute mark. TI3 Alliance is off lane. Bulldog not really playing a huge part of the team at the moment. It's a slow start for the Doom.
It very much so is. This is going to be a difficult game to recover. He's actually the lowest on his team in terms of CS and net worth. So truly a space-making performance from Bulldog.
And we'll see if it pays off. They do have obviously Loda on the Spectre, a hero that can carry the whole game on his shoulders, but he needs a lot of time and space to be able to do that. Top lane, Bambo and Sing. Underneath the tower they go. They get the kill onto Ake. Ake does get the glimpse out before he dies, so Bambo may fall, but no, Sing's in with the snowball. Loda's got one more dagger, that'll do it. Loda gets the trade kill. We'll find something for the carries. Loda trying his best to get as much out of this top lane as Gorg is down bottom.
At least he feels bad. That's important.
Bulldog must be careful here. Gorg wrapping around the tree line. Gorg, with the help of Sin, he's able to chase in. Bulldog, is he going to get any sort of help? There will be a TP coming through, but Bulldog already dead. Another kill for Gorg and Sind as they continue to crush this bottom lane. Gorg, rockets out, they will get him. Mass TP's coming from Alliance, they're bringing the extra 3 of them, and they will manage to kill off both of them. Gorg and Sin do fall. Alliance finally coming in to help out that bottom lane a little bit.
Yeah, and there is a bit of an overemphasis on this bottom lane. Stream Stack, they've recognized the easy target, and they're punching on him, but a good job by the rest of the team to ensure that Bulldog does not die in vain.
And it does make a little space for the Tinker and the Spectre, 2 heroes that can very much utilize that early chance to just hit the creeps without the worry of sort of Sind and Gorg moving around the map on top of them. So maybe there's a little bit of truth to the words that Bulldog is spouting. We'll see if it pays off. At the moment, still hard to not feel the strength that Stunners have as Ake tries to walk past Bambo. Bambo does get glimpsed back. We've loaded by Ake's side. Bambo won't go for more. Bottom lane.
Big ult.
EGM. Straight up dead. Gorg continuing to get so many kills. 4 kills already on the safe lane Juggernaut.
Yeah. CS quite high as well. 20 up on Loda. Chessie continuing to shove this lane, using that mechanic, which I feel like it's kind of broken, where you can refresh regular TPs, not just bots. I'm not sure that should be a thing. And to your point about Tinker not being picked, just because of that, I think it's something that you could choose, although hold up.
Oh, Chessie.
He's
not going to TP out in time. Takes a little too long. EGM is there with the Thunder God's Wrath to find Cinder. But that's, Gorg's been getting so many kills, and that's a massive one. Chessie's been having a pretty good game. He'll force Sing. Tries to go for the deny, but Ake does get the damage instance in time.
Wait, hold up. Hold on a second. How in the hell is Radiant ahead by 4K gold? What's happening? Who's ahead? It's Wagamama. He's actually got a Deso complete in 200. What has he been doing for this game? I didn't even notice.
He did get a huge, he had about a triple ancient stack at the 9-minute mark.
Ooh, that's tasty.
That's given them this huge boost, and obviously an ancient stack that he was able to farm on top of having a very good lane against Chessie.
Speaking of tasty, Owen, I'm curious. You're not an American. What is your favorite easy food that exists?
We just having some of those donuts that some of the fans brought in. They are very, very good. Mid lane, they get the drag back. Good chain frost though for Sind. He may be able to clean up some kills in return. Another bounce to EGM will do it. Sind with the straight up double kill. Walks in, takes the kill straight underneath the noses of most of Alliance. Loader unable to help out. That's a massive bit of money and an XP for them. Chessie does end up killing him off with the rockets. But now Chessie, he's headed forward. Sing's trying to step in. Trap slow will be available if Wagger wants to step forward, but the Marcher machines will hold them back. Drag back onto Sing Sing. Ake looking for the setup. Still got to be careful, Alliance, how far they poke. That's Gorg. 1,800 gold. We'll see what sort of itemization he wants to go for, whether it be the Diffusal, the Maelstrom, something to allow him to continue to be as involved as he has been so far this game.
I think either are fine, although bottom Bulldog, not again. Not like this, a hasted TA.
See if there's any help. They're going to pop the horn, but indeed with the Deso, Wagger does so much physical damage at this point of the game. He's hard to fight into. They're trying to step forward, but Wagger, he's moving forward onto EGM. The Zeus gets the Thunder God's Wrath out. Thunder Gods, as well as the Static Storms there from Ake, forcing Stomachs to back off. Sing Sing will fall to the Rockets. A buyback from Bulldog as he's looking to chase on. Gorg's got the healing ward. Getting him back up. Wagger looking for a chance to maybe get back into the fight. He's got the shield, the protection from Sin. He's onto Ake. Ake gone. Bulldog, he bought back for this. He's looking for the Doom attempt. He's going to get pulled in. He's got to be careful. He's got to back away. Bulldog, he did buy back, and he will manage to keep himself alive for the second time. Able to get just far enough away from the two of them. Did not get the opportunity to walk in and drop down that Doom on Gorg. Bambo, he's hunting though. He's waiting on the high ground. Bulldog, he's been found. The lasso's there. It's a dieback from Bulldog. EGM dead as well as Bambo. Perfectly in position to prepare for the retreat from Alliance, and he hits them hard.
Well played by our boy Bambo. Cinderin continuing to flame an Ulchat. He is more cocky now than I feel like he was all the way back at TI1.
He's feeling pretty good. I mean, in terms of performance-wise, this has been a great tournament for the Stunners. They're here in the grand finals, and they, at the moment, they're certainly looking to be the strongest squad we have here at the LAN. 6K lead, 13 minutes in. The exact start they would have hoped for in this best-of-5 grand finals. We'll see if they can carry it through to a victory.
Yeah, and they're not really a draft that's able to come back. You know, Tinker, Spectre, Doom. Let me rephrase. They will come back in time, but you need to give them 30 minutes. They don't have the tools to make that happen themselves.
Ooh.
All three of their cores are so slow, but maybe this will be the difference
I was
maker.
going to say, maybe this is what Alliance needed. The evil creeps are now out on the Stunners' half of the map. All 8 of them working against the Stunners. We'll see what they can do, whether they go for the blocking, whether they go for the hero blocks.
Wagamama's going to have to stop farming because pretty soon he won't have any creeps to farm. And the creeps continue. They're actually, a couple of them are smoked up. They're following.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Let's see what they can find here. The smoke up, Ake. More dispel, Sings on the high ground. Ake is going to walk up into a bit of a nasty surprise. Disruptor falls. Going to continue to move through the jungle, potentially, see if they can catch out any more of Alliance. They know that they're strong. Dagger out from Loader. Back underneath the tower. He'll stay far away. 15-minute runes coming up. They're not in position. In fact, neither team down towards the bottom to grab them. Are they going to look for the deny the creeps? And they're not going to be able to get it in time. Picking up the runes, of course, just a little bit quicker than denying them. There wasn't actually anyone to pick up the one on their side. So the creeps did manage to deny one of them. And they will deny the couple down bottom. There we go. So taking away a fair bit of potential gold for the Radiant. Back over in the jungle of Alliance, the fight kicks off. Ake falls, but the Doom's down onto Sim. Bulldog will finally get the revenge, taking down Cinderan's Lich. In the middle, Bambo nuked out as well by EGM. It's 2 kills for Chessie. Alliance striking back. Gorg seeing if he can get involved. He looks towards Bulldog. He's a very strong Juggernaut, level 12, and a hefty a lot of items. Great Omni Slash as well. Bouncing on both Bulldog and onto Loader with the Blade Fury. Wants to chase on for more. Chessie will turn, lasers one of them. They will nuke down Gorg. They've killed Gorg off. Chessie falls. Wagger takes the trade, 4 dead on the stunners for the 3 on Alliance. And they kill off the Juggernaut, a big kill. A hefty bit of money for EGM to find, but Wagger with the blink done.
There's a level 17 TA, halfway to 18. Meanwhile, Admiral Bulldog, unfortunately, only level 8.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's been a rough start for the Doom. Let's see what they can go for now. Can they stall? Can they hold the high ground? The creeps are out. So far, the evil creeps don't seem to have been enough to help Alliance get back into this game against the stunners. Down bottom, Sind and Bambo, they found Loader. They drag back the control along with the Chain Frost bounces off the Ancients. That'll do it. The 2 of them find Loader alone. We'll bring more in. Look to get the drag back onto Bambo. Bambo dodges the Thunder God's Wrath with the smoke, but won't be able to keep himself alive as they will have the AoE nukes to find him otherwise. But Loader off the map again. Spectre's farm slowed down once more. As we are indeed at a point where Wagger doubling the net worth of Loader's Spectre. This TA is just out of control.
Oh, for sure. This is a Wagamama special, right? He has literally had a summer camp on the back of his prowess at TA. And even with creeps following him, preventing camp from spawning, I don't know if he's going to be able to slow him down. I like Gork's decision to go Maelstrom as well. It'll ensure he continues to accelerate. It'll probably be a long game. You are playing against Tinker Spectre.
Poor Ake, every single time, sing. Now at the point where he's just been solo killing the Disruptor off with relative ease. There's the bottom lane now pushed in from Stunners. Loader, it's got to be careful. Came forward towards the tier 1 tower, but there's the drag back. It's Blade Fury. Loader's dying. The control's there from Sin. They'll lose the Spectre again. As now the chase down with the Rockets. What can they find in return? They find Bambo. With the rocket spam, Sind will be able to TP out the trees before EGM's able to offer the chance to cancel it. I mean, it's a trade, but not a one at all that Alliance are happy with taking. They cannot afford to have Loader dying over and over again. They need him to get the farm.
Yeah, they really do. And Chessie as well. He's got a blink up, but still not really the most damage output. Is a little too close to Roche. Sing wanders.
I mean, these evil creeps not that evil. They had the chance to straight up deny that the double damage room for Sing. They let him take it. So, yeah, these evil creeps, apparently not the evilest Sadim could find. And Sing does have this DD rune if he gets some sort of a setup.
More of a chaotic neutral this far.
Apparently so. Let's have a look. Again, Loader learning from his past mistakes not to come too close towards being at the front of the fights. He cannot afford to be the first to die. Has to have the chance of at least getting the horn off and allowing the setup for the vision game to provide Chessie the potential to get the rockets going, get the vision to get the control from Ake's glimpse.
They're taking their foot off the gas a bit, though. And EGM, he's got farm. Loda has a Midas, going Radiance next. You don't have the you don't have that ability to just sit back and chill. And Sadim Stunners, they're going to need to get more aggressive soon.
Well, there we go, Alliance. And they're behind. Are able to pick up one of the bounties we had set out, the Bankai. That is complete. And indeed, you can tell EGM's been enjoying it too much. He's going to keep going for the rest of the game. Mid lane, Ake. Found in the same location. Sing's there with the uppercut. Ake does get the field down. There's no follow-up from Alliance. They don't want to look to fight this. They lose Loader as well to the physical damage output from Wagger. And Wagger just comes in 3 shots EGM.
That's more like it.
Now they'll look to push. 3 heroes dead on Alliance. That Deso TA, they take buildings pretty quickly for just 20 minutes in.
Yep.
Alliance do manage to find themselves in a position to take the bounty rooms. They'll get out and I believe get all 4 bounties. So something at least there. And the money is there on Chessie. Chessie very close still to Wagger's farm. Only a couple of thousand behind considering the overall state of the game. So when it comes to high ground pushes, as long as the Tinker's alive, it's not going to be super easy for Stunners to break high ground.
Definitely won't, but I'm trying to think of like what the big time. It's got to be the Radiance for Alliance on Loda. That's what they're waiting for, but I like that decision to get aggressive. I hope that the Stunners continue to do the same. They've got the healing ward. Jug's an excellent pick against Tinker. They took Tinker first, or they took Tinker into Juggernaut?
I can't remember now.
Damn it, Owen.
That was a long time ago. The creeps. Well, these are evil creeps, but
they killed him anyway.
I guess so. I mean, as we've seen, they haven't really been evil enough. I don't know if they've really done that much to sort of ruin the game for the Stunners. I guess they're trying their best. We've got some camps being blocked up at least. One creep knows his place. That's something.
Maybe check out the Roche pit. You can see, yeah, we're already practicing. She smells blood in the water. That creep wandered a little too close to pop.
And they might look for the fight top. Bambo. There's a lot of them here. Look at her hunt him down. They'll jump in with the haunt. Loda's in on the front line. Sings there to back up Bambo, but Bulldog jumps in. Infernal Blade slam down onto Bambo. Get the lasso, but does fall. They've killed off the bat. Can they get more? Wagger turns, couple of hits, and Bulldog's dead. Sing Sing on the front, gets the uppercut out. Ake traded in turn. 2 for 1. Stunners out on top for now. Sing Sing does fall, so this time round, an even trade will be taken. Wagger able to get the deny off onto Gorg, as he would have died regardless to the Doom. Wagger taking that bounty away from Bulldog's Doom. And BKB, 1,300 gold on it. Wagger's items continue to fly into his inventory.
Is what?
Is what?
What did you just say?
Inventory.
What does that mean?
Americans.
I have no insight to offer. I'm still befuddled. Loda, however, he's going to grind it away, trying to get to that Radiance. This is a place he knows quite well.
There's been a lot of all chat this game, and
Here's a question for you, Owen, as we have a bit of a lull. Who is the better streamer? Rather, who's the best streamer in this game?
oh, that's actually really hard. I spend an unfortunate amount of time watching Twitch streams. I mean, you know, I have a very fortunate career traveling the world and casting Dota 2, but when I'm at home, I do literally just sit in front of my PC all day and all night watching the likes of Gorg and Bulldog, and it's hard, right? I feel like if you want to sort of watch some sort of self-deprecating stream, you know, Gorg's is sort of the stream to go for.
Okay.
But if you want to just go for sort of the brainless theme,
geez.
Bulldogs is more your appeal, right? Gorg. He just walks in and just straight up gets totaled by the Roshan.
I think you're right. If you really want to watch something that makes you feel better about yourself, just tune into a Gorg POV as he actually gets 4-shot by the Roshan. Super Roche already active.
I mean, a little unnecessary, but hey, why not? It's a lot of fun to see, and I mean, already I'm sure Stunners are put off from heading into the Roche as they died instantly to Roche the first time quite there. And now with the Super Roche out, you'd imagine it's definitely not going to be a place they want to head towards. Another Thundergod's Wrath used to scout out the situation. Alliance, they are slowing the game down, considering how much of a lead the Stunners had. They are getting space on the map.
They got to be careful, though. Stunners are on the move. They want to get aggressive now. They got the BKB on TA. And Bambo smells blood.
They've got Ake. See if they can get another out of this. EGM also around. Just the two supports pushing out alone. More guts and glory for Wagger. Level 22. 3,200 gold after the BKB. Another bounty there for Alliance. So despite the tough game they're having, they are raking in the Moonducks, which could set them up for some pretty big drafts down the line. Even if this game one may not work out too great for them.
Yeah, even if they lose, at least EGM is ahead of where I was a few years back, still with all of his items inside of his, how do you put it again? Inventory?
There you go. That sounds right, yeah.
No, it doesn't sound right at all, Owen. It's all right, though. We've got a Relic about to be picked up by Loda. Just needs one more Midas. And 7K is not an untenable position.
No,
They're
no.
going to grab 2 bounty runes. Look at Bulldog go. Midas blink. Love it.
He's got Chessie as well, so no worry of getting taken down. I mean, it has been that 6-7K lead for, I feel like a good 3-4 minutes. It slowed down quite a bit. Yeah, you can see it there on the board. They may have got that early jump forward, Stunners, but maybe getting a little too relaxed and allowing Alliance to catch up. And with these heroes we talked about at the beginning, they're incredibly scary, especially with the Hex being picked up on Chessie. The global pick-up and jump is terrifying. If Stunners aren't pushing together as 5 and get picked off, they will die. That's Ake. Poor old Ake just trying to get out, do a bit of warding for the team. Not going to be able to do so with keeping his life intact. Stunners staying now over the half of Alliance's map. They know that they've got to step things up. The Relic is there on Loader. You will get that Radiance if you give him a few more minutes or you take another bad fight. They've got to keep the pressure on and they've got to go as 5.
They really do. Tinker's not set up yet, though. Now he is. Chessie with that Hex, as you said, it's so much more difficult now to pressure high ground, as you can 100-0 someone with ease with that near constant lockdown that Tinker can provide. And yeah, I fear that the Stunners might have missed their timing. Sure, your TA is ahead, your Jug is farmed, but 7K gold is not enough to break base. Even Orchid on your Waga TA as well, but that's not going to stop you from being Hex. He's going to have to fully all in if he wants to try and kill Chessie.
See up top, a bit of a hunt. Chessie has been found. Bambo able to get him in the tree line. They'll catch the Tinker, and this is a big timing. 70 seconds without Chessie, no buyback as well. They were unable to push his 5 just now, but with the Tinker gone, this has to be go time for the Stunners. Sing is going to walk up into a bit of a surprise, but he's actually the one to get the spells off first. They'll turn towards it, but EGM's trapped up. Sing's there with the shark control, and despite there being 4 heroes, they've got to back off Alliance because the rest of the Stunners are moving in. EGM is dead. Ake able to TP out just in time, but now they're 2 heroes down and 2 are pretty much their D push, right? The Zeus and the Tinker absolutely essential in terms of pushing back the waves.
Oh no.
And someone else outside the base. Bulldog bottom lane. He's caught out. Bambo's in. Jumps forward with the help of Sing. But Bulldog does have the buyback and he will indeed have to use it immediately. But they're 2 heroes down. A 20-second window for Stunners to go to work. Ake also crushed behind the tower. Another buyback, but now there's the chance for the Stunners to take some of the base of Alliance. The tier 3 goes down. These ranks will not be held onto. As they move in, Bulldog trying to build up the team morale. It's going to be hard after that sequence of events. 15,000 gold lead for Stunners and 1 full lane of racks.
Really nice job by the Stunners. Oh, Synderen, no, not like this.
They will almost certainly leave Sin behind, as the rest of the Stunners do not want to have a piece of this. As Sin gets played around with inside the base. As they want to, by the looks of it, get the kill over to Loader. Loader, who does now have the Radiance completed. Horn, of course, also ready to use. So despite Alliance continuing to have their backs pushed against the walls, they are starting to get these tools together to make a play themselves. It's not going to be easy, but there's definitely a chance for Alliance.
Yeah, for sure. That was a needed move by Stunners. Even though they were ahead, that 7K gold lead was not going to be enough. They had to break the base just a little bit. And it was 1 pick off on Chessie that made it happen. They need another to close this one out. But with Roshan so powerful, it's actually difficult for this streamer lineup to try and close it out. You don't really have the ability to play for Aegis. I mean, Roche only 9,000 HP. You'd think they'd be brave enough to attempt it, but I think Gork, he learned his lesson.
Yeah, just the damage and obviously control that the Roche offer, the Super Roche offers. As they've got to play for something else. Tier 2 still is there for the taking up top. They want to look for the easier objectives out on the map. Alliance, they are out on the hunt. Smoke up. EGM and Bulldog lead the way. Blink Doom are ready for Bulldog to make that jump.
He has both Midas and Devour off cooldown. Bulldog.
All the efficiency.
Grant starts Twitch backstage.
If you can find a kill, maybe it's worth it. There we go. Come out of it to pop them here. They're going to look for the jump in. Loader pods the Haunts, get the vision. They're going straight away towards Sin, but already Gorg's out with the Omni Slash, bouncing around, turns towards Bulldog. Sin in trouble. There's the static stop. Ake, perfect control. Hex up as well. Gorg's in trouble. There's the jump for the drag back Gorg. They've got this control. This Chessie Hex is doing wonders. Hex up again, turns towards Sing. Can they get something else out of this? The chase up top. Bambo's trying for the drag back, but Bulldog and Loader, they're chasing down the back. Wagger will be able to BKB and TP out, but Bambo cannot escape. Alliance, they're hitting back and getting these kills. The fight around the Radiant Spectre is doing them wonders. Back towards the river. Drags there onto Jesse, but the rest of Alliance, Loader and Bulldog, they're coming back across. They help them with Chain Frost. Sin, he gets the kills in. The setup for Sing Sing to finish them off. A beautiful ultimate from the Lich puts an end to any hope there for Alliance coming out on top. It looked like Alliance were going to do it coming into the river. If that Chain Frost wasn't there, they would have won that fight. But Sin drops the ult and decimates them all.
And some advice as well, trying to ensure that Bulldog doesn't get discouraged. He might lose this game, but maybe not the next one. Buyback on Tinker, one more kill on Chessie, and this will almost certainly spell doom for Alliance.
Wagger, he's hunting for a chance to get in. No BKB for 10 seconds.
Whoa.
But he's going to try for it. Goes in with the jump. Hex is there. They said the BKB still unavailable for 5 seconds. Wagger is getting nuked down low. Does have Sing by his side. So Safe will be there. Cinder's well able to offer up the delivering cape as Wagger backs off. Got to be careful how they dive in with his TA. They do want to abuse, again, this window where Alliance don't have the full team alive. 20 seconds, no Bulldog. It's Jesse.
He's got to play so conservative on the Tinker now, knowing that if he dies, that is probably just the end of it. They'll bash up on the TA as well.
Jesse.
Wagga can go deep.
He's going to try and go in. They do get the setup there for the drag back on Sing. Trapped to the kinetic field. AK has the control. Do they have the damage? Chain Frost back up. Doesn't bounce this time. It means that they have to retreat. They lose Sing Sing. Alliance do hold. They do push back. And if they can take another sort of fight like before, there's definitely a scenario in which they do win the T-Pipe. But top, not like this. Chessie has been found. He tried to push out the lanes, but Bambo and Wagger were there waiting and prepared. And that's the dieback you feared here, Kyle, as he is dead for 100. No buyback available for Chessie.
I've been here before.
And this is that painful moment for Alliance. How can they even imagine holding without their main sort of carry at the moment? Chessie has been setting up so much with the hexes, but that one slip up outplay from stunners could set up for a painful sequence of events now for Alliance. They've got to be careful. And not to be deterred though, staying out towards the mid lane, but EGM jumped upon. Wagger's there along with Bambo. He'll use up, but no chance for escape as he'll fall. Ake does manage to TP away. But once again, not just the Tinker out of the game, EGM as well. No buyback for him also. They're going to have to try and hold with just the 3 of them. Sing Sing leads in with the snowball. Ake's caught out. It's going to be a dead disruptor. Only Loader and Bulldog left to try and hold the base. The stunners hitting onto the objectives. Top tower falls. The Rack's in trouble as well. 30 seconds. There'll definitely be one more fight in this for Alliance. But it may be a fight where their base has already fallen. It's the last set of racks here that they're looking for. And Loader, he's on the front line. The jump is there. Loader falls. He has got the buyback. Will buyback immediately. Try and move in with the horn. The Omni-Slash bounces. Take out Bulldog. Loader's trying to find at least a kill on the supports, but he has to horn back out. No chance overextending. And he has managed to push them off that middle racks. They will have 3 of them back up in a second. Chessie, Ake, and EGM back to the game. See what they can do. Chessie tries for the hug, but then immediately the jump there on a Chessie. Chessie caught out of position immediately as they collapse straight onto the Tinker. They'll push back Alliance. No Tinker once again for over 70 seconds. This mid-Rax is gone. The drag back from Bambo has the control. EGM's been found. As GG, it's called. Game 1 will go the way of Sir Sadim Stunners.
Well played by the squad. A little too greedy from Alliance. 2 Midases rather, a Tinker to boot. You can't play so passively against a squad this committed to aggression. Wagamama finishing 17-0-11.
You got to be careful when you let Wagger get his TA. There is no messing around from him. He still absolutely has it. Made that look like one of the freest games he's ever had. 17-0-11, as you mentioned. The KDA to look very, very impressive. And impressive stuff all round. The bottom lane played very, very smartly. we do have the teams playing to the end, of course. As a custom lobby, the GPs do not quite work the same way as in real games. A 50 to 23, 27k lead. I mean, going into game 2, as you say, you would expect to see Alliance go for something a little less greedy with their lineup.
I would hope so. I think they got to go back to their roots, right? This is the TI3 squad, minus S4 plus Jesse. And I'd love to see them get more of these CKs, maybe a Chen for Ake. Like, give me some of these iconic lineups. I don't know about the Let's Everybody Farm brigade.
Didn't work out too great for them as the game comes to a close. More chances for a bit of fountain farming. Wagger looking to try and pad up his stats. Are in the fountain. There we go. There's another kill for Wagger. See if they get anything more now. The HM will fall. There we go. So a win for the Stunners to start off this best of 5 grand finals, as things just didn't quite go to plan for Alliance, but they did make some money, right? They've got extra Moonbucks out from completing at least a couple of the challenges in there, so that could mean we could see a pretty juicy draw from them in the game too.
It could.
Especially being down again. Now's the chance it's the time to spend your money.
No better time than the present, Owen.
Absolutely. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 goes to Sadim Stunners. We'll be back very shortly to see how the build-up and draft will be for Game 2 between Alliance and Sadim.